Remember when you could not stop thinking about a game? You would rush home, turn on your console or PC, and suddenly 3 hours felt like 30 minutes. But now, you buy a brand new game, play for 20 minutes, close it, open YouTube and watch someone else play games, instead of playing your own. And the weird part is, you still love gaming, so why doesn't it feel the same anymore? Did games lose their magic, or did something else change? By the end of this video, I think you will realize gaming did not lose its magic, something else did. When we were younger, life was simple. School, home, games. That was basically it. Now it is work, stress, bills, responsibilities. Gaming is not competing with other games anymore, it is competing with real life. It is hard to lose yourself in a game when your mind is somewhere else. But life is not the only thing that changed. Back then, getting one new game felt special. Now we have Steam, Game Pass, PS Plus, hundreds of games. And somehow, having more games made choosing one harder. You stare at your library, hundreds of games, and somehow, nothing sounds fun. The biggest boss fight is choosing what to play. But even after choosing, something still feels different. Games used to feel like adventures. Now, many feel like routines. Daily missions, battle passes, weekly rewards, limited time events. Games stopped asking you to explore and started asking you to log in. You stop asking, am I having fun, and start asking, did I finish today's challenges? Some games stopped feeling like experiences and started feeling like schedules. And after enough of that, something else starts happening. You open a game, close it, open another, close that too. You stare at your library and nothing feels exciting. Not because the games are bad, because you are exhausted. Your PC is not loading games anymore, it is loading indecision. Sometimes you are not bored of gaming, you are just burned out. But there is another change that most people never notice. Gaming has a lot more competition now. Short videos, social media, constant notifications. It is not that these things are bad, it is that our brains get used to switching attention faster, and suddenly, slower gaming sessions can feel slower than they really are. It is not that games became less exciting, it is that everything else became louder. And then comes the hardest truth. Think about your first Minecraft world, your first GTA, your first online match with friends. You were not just discovering a game, you were discovering a feeling. And once you have experienced something for the first time, it is almost impossible to experience it that way again. Maybe today's games are not missing the magic. Maybe we've already experienced it once. But there is one final reason, and it is the one nostalgia hides from us. When people say gaming was better back then, they usually remember the best moments. Not the loading screens, not the bugs, not the frustrating levels. We don't remember every night. We remember the unforgettable ones. Maybe we don't miss the old games. Maybe we miss the person we were when we played them. So, did gaming become less fun? Sometimes. But a lot of the time, life changed, we changed, and the way we experience games changed too. So maybe, the answer is not finding the perfect new game, it is finding the joy that made you fall in love with gaming in the first place. The magic was never inside the game, it was inside the experience. And now I want to ask you, what was the last game that made you completely lose track of time?